I have a halo on my head, so I can't die.
Welcome, friends. Here we are with the Wrong Side of the Wall, Season 4, Fade to Black. Tonight is our 6th and final episode of Fade to Black, entitled It Hungers. And I'm very, very excited for what waits just around the corner and the next. But to start things off with, of course, we have our recap, which, of course, Richard did in character as a Buildun. So very excited to share that with you. So without further ado, I'll let that... Actually, first, I'll play something else random.
Retest the audio first, please?
Yeah, I'll play something else random. Make sure everyone can hear it.
Yeah, I heard that.
Oh no, we're going to get copyright stricken.
Well, see, also the problem is I think we need to apologize to our viewers because tonight might be a shorter session.
I didn't hear anything.
You didn't hear anything? Okay,
No.
I'll try
I'm going to reload.
Refresh your page, yeah.
Yeah, okay, go for it.
He's playing.
Wait. I can't hear anything either. We can't start the session.
Yeah.
We can hear it on the stream then, Kurt.
No, I can hear it.
You can or no?
Yep.
Yeah, you're good. Okay. But we've lost your picture. Oh no.
Technical foibles.
All right, so you're good there, Richard? Okay, excellent.
Yeah, we're set.
So then, without further ado, here we are with a Buildun's recap, our last recap of Fade to Black.
Oh, jeez, hang on. Ah, shit. Alright, is it recording? Lone said I could use this thing to get a message ready if I needed one, and, now's the best time, I guess. Look, I'm gonna level with you. I don't know if you can hear me. I don't know if you're alive, or if I'm alive, or if anything that's been going on is real at all. But even in my wildest dreams, I've never felt so choked, so stagnant, grasping for a breath of fresh air that might not come. And, I haven't felt this way since the last time they told me I was alone. You ever get the feeling that you're not really there? And maybe all this garbage, this nonsense, this pain, this metal has been put on for me for something I did? That this is a hell of my own creation? There's a lot of fates that are worse than death, but fuck. I don't know what you boys been up to, but I just keep playing moments in my head. Rick jumping down that elevator shaft. John throwing his shoes at some robots. Andre ready to give his life for this little seedy fucking looking thing or some shit. And Task. Buddy, if you're out there right now, you're in bigger trouble than me. I woke up cold and alone in a tube on a ship that makes me sick just being on it. Like a jail for my insides and my outsides. They were trying to figure out who I was, what I was, like I'm some monster the government claimed for its own expansion. Imagine doing that to the ferry liaisons down on Earth. I bet you'd get what's coming to you right quick. They're from Earth too. They're different Earth, it's weird. They got weird technology and no smartphones or anything. They're not the point. As for what happened to me, why I was floating in space for however long before being in this damn ship for months, I can't tell you. We were in Toronto, and then we weren't. But the bad guys followed me. Followed us. I was awake for less than 15 minutes when the US government conscripted me against my will, called me property of Wayland Yutani, and slapped me as part of some ragtag team of old, sad men. The sergeant's okay and lone, and everyone else is a dick to me. It's true what they say, like, the service takes away some of your human decency, but I guess I don't deserve none of that because I ain't human. I'm a specimen to them. But I'm not even the weirdest shit I've seen here so far. We got an assignment, a distress call to some station a days away, some hero shit like the old days. God, it sucks thinking those are the old days. We went in to save lives, but whatever was in that station wasn't gonna let him go so easy. I got attacked by guys who didn't even remember shooting us at all. I got splashed with a bathtub's worth of acid blood, and the only survivor we found died in the blink of an eye. Everyone was screaming. This was worse than anything school ever taught us. We were never prepared for this. Never. I got taunted by giggling demons that didn't look nothing like I saw before, and they tried so hard to kill us. Nothing wanted us that dead that bad except the last time we fought monsters. I'm getting tired of fighting monsters. You know, once that Nietzsche guy, said, beware when fighting monsters, you yourself do not become a monster. For when you gaze into the abyss, that abyss gazes into you. And I've stared down oblivion before. This ain't the same. We barely made it out alive, and I don't even know if I am alive. Task, they're chasing me into my dreams. They won't leave me alone. I can't tell what's real. And the smiles and the laughter, they're all ringing in my ears and following me, and it sucks. I don't want to kill anyone, Task. I just want to go home. But I must have absorbed so much cosmic radiation while I was floating there in the black that I don't know if this is real, if I'm anything anymore. But on the chance that it's not a bad dream, whatever's got these bugs under its control, whatever this darkness is, I don't like it. It's got Toronto written all over it, but it called you out by name. It knows you, it knows me, it knows us, all of us. And if I don't do something about it, we might not have a chance to hang out again. We're going 6 weeks away to do another job at another spot where these things are probably hiding again, and I'm not gonna let them take me by surprise this time. I learned to shoot a gun. It's fucking weird. But I'm gonna kick ass, and I'm gonna chew bubble gum, and I ain't never even had a stick of the stuff. We're gonna make it out of this next one alive, or my name isn't fucking Abiadoon, the last of my kind. Because if I don't, there ain't nobody left to tell my story. And that would suck, right? Because, like, I tell it with gusto, I put emphasis on things, I'm funny, right? Like, I gotta see reactions telling you all this shit when we get back. They even made me a patch with my name on it. It's gonna be a memento of the second shittiest time of my entire life. So I got a couple weeks to shape up while we ship out. Fingers crossed nothing else happens as soon as we land, because that's usually how movies like this kind of go. But I gotta remember one thing about this whole predicament. They got me now. They ain't even ready for what's gonna come if they keep pissing me off. They want nightmares? Buddy, I'll show them nightmares. I'm coming, guys. I'm coming, Task. Ain't nobody left behind over here. We're gonna get to go home. We're gonna solve this problem. Fuck, I need someone to talk to.
Nice.
You better hope to God the Sarge doesn't hear that, because he would be so sad at you right now.
You would be
Bunch of old sad men.
Old sad man.
Also, I figured out a way that we get out of this, guys. Abiadoon can just, like, illusion the shit out of us, and then we just fly away.
Dude,
We'll
old
see if it works.
men, I resemble that remark.
Very,
I
very
may be old, but I'm not a man.
Wait. I may be old, but I'm not sad.
Peter, the morph is here.
All right. On. Thank you very much for that, Richard. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, really, really nice.
I had to get us
like
into the
that you-
headspace.
I like that you entrusted to Task. That touched me very close.
I addressed it to the team, but to Task specifically.
Yeah.
It's a shame Task is dead, because he never finished his tasks.
So it's we don't know what's happened to Task.
We don't
Task
know about
manager
Task yet, do we?
Task manager has to close. Would you like to report this? You know,
Just realized that John was the task manager.
So, ooh. She was the tasks manager.
Yeah, that's why it's broken, because you're not there.
Anyways, so we returned to our group on the crashed dropship, just to rekindle everyone's memories.
We're on the ship. Yeah, we're on the main ship. We didn't go down.
Oh,
The
Yeah.
ship is
That's how I
below
remember it.
you.
That's why
Anyways.
we're on the USS Crusader.
Yeah, we actually
Yes,
sent
nice.
our we
Yes.
actually sent our replicant people
Mhm.
instead, and we're watching from above. You know,
Okay.
we're smart that way.
Drums. Anyways, so we are on the crash and dropship. Eight of the 13 people who went down in the dropship, 4 are definitively dead. And 1 is now minus a leg. And of course is Corporal Boone. Everyone else has made it out relatively unscathed, although obviously a little troubled with what had happened. DeMarco and Dune studied the cockpit, and it looks like the cockpit was like split open. You know, like
From
someone
the inside.
from the inside, like there was an explosion, but of course there was no sign of that.
It only
You found
existed for a little while.
you found the pilot decapitated. The co-pilot / deck chief is gone, and there is a giant hole along one side of the ship. The APC unfortunately has been rendered inoperable as well in the crash.
What?
So-
No.
Yeah, unfortunate.
No. That is not fair.
I
That
want
is
to
so
hear
not
this from
fair.
Rav in character.
No.
Just,
Kirk is
hey,
sitting
Sarge,
here.
I'm afraid the APC is
Fuck.
AWOL.
Why did we even bring the APC then?
Kirk is sitting here like I spent all of my XP on upgrading my piloting.
Yeah, I
skills.
put like 4 points into piloting, man.
Uh-huh.
You'll have the opportunity to get into a suit at the end of the campaign
Fuck.
and shove the queen into space.
Mhm.
We're on a planet. That's not gonna happen.
You'll figure it out.
It's a big
Anyways.
shove.
Should just nuke the
It's a
fuckers.
big
Jeez.
robot suit.
Anyways, right now, DeMarco and Dune were investigating the cockpit. Others were either investigating around, trying to set up a basic perimeter, pardon me, or looking after or trying to attend to Boone in some way, make sure he's able to be moved around. So, sort of makeshift crutches have been made for you at this point, Christian. So you're pretty sure you can sort of hobble around. You're not going to be going very fast, but it's certainly good enough for you to kind of stand. You know, if you had some help or whatever.
I'm doing what I can.
Right now, Spindell and the other smart gunner Taylor are doing sort of just a tight perimeter around the dropship. And if I remember correctly, Rav went onto the top of the dropship through the top hatch with the motion tracker, right? And also, I guess, to scan the horizon and all of that. And Lone, of course, you attempted to try to patch in communications with the other dropships or with the Golgotha. You didn't get either of those, but you did manage to pick up the station. You were apparently talking to.
Did I really?
You were apparently talking to a soldier from the Marine garrison in this compound, and everything seemed fine until the very end when he mentioned it would be fun. And
I don't like that you have a smile in your voice right now.
And that's probably not a great sign.
So rude.
I think
Lone-
Lone was getting that sense out of the conversation even before then, but yeah, he probably at that point said,
I
Well-
got connected with an actual human. Yeah, they're dead. Yeah.
"Well, all right, fucked.
Stop making assumptions.
Right in the down under."
Maybe he's just happy he's having guests and he's set up some really fun games and activities for us.
Naturally.
There's going to be cornhole, horseshoes, he's got a barbecue.
Were we
Nice.
all
hey,
able to
hey,
hear that
if-
conversation, Nathaniel?
Well,
it would have been in our
hey,
conversation.
Mr. Pretzel.
No? Okay.
No, Lone
If-
would have
if-
been the only private one too.
Okay.
Just had the big old headphones on one ear while I was trying to get some lead on somebody
You
somewhere.
took your helmet off? Damn.
Sure did. Like an idiot.
Well, if
That's nice.
Private Pretzel wants to go and see what's the party's about, he can. So
So,
But that's why he asked somebody to keep an eye on him, though, right? The lone tech goes off and gets murdered. That's how it goes.
Ralph finally gave up. Schindel, no, Schnitzel, Pretzel, go and scout.
Private Pretzel, get over here.
I just
better
called
stop
like I see
trying-
him.
You better
Short
stop
guy.
trying to address me. You're gonna run out of either German foods or words that had the letter Z in them.
No, I can just make up shit. Trust me.
Yeah, I got the dictionary open to the Z area, man.
It's
Yeah,
me we're
it's
talking
all
about here,
day.
Thomas. Come on, I can make up shit.
I had his private Zitzel over there. Pizza face.
Anyways, so Lono, you're the only
Pixel
one
pics.
privy. You're the only one privy to the conversation.
Mhm.
So after it ends, like it just ends there, and the other guy cuts out, and you're left sort of in silence for a few moments, and eventually DeMarco pokes her head in. Private, any luck?
Well, I suppose that depends on how you define luck.
She just blinks at you.
I would say that, as of this moment, our luck is looking about as good as it has up to this point. Which is to say we're right fucked. Just, on balance.
She kind of cranes her head like a bird. So is that a negative on you reaching anyone?
For the love of God. I couldn't raise the Golgotha. I couldn't get us aligned to any other parties. I did get some communication from someone, but I'm fucked if I know who. It's definitely not the ground station, but they wanted me to think that it was.
She nods. Okay. Take a couple more minutes. See if you can try to get another signal out to the Golgotha. Even if you can't confirm that you reached them, just try to broadcast out a generic SOS.
All right. Is planet have a moon, by any chance?
She shakes her head. We didn't see any.
All right, I'll see if I can bounce a signal off of something then.
All right. Okay.
As a quick
That's no
question reminder thingy. When we were looking, we didn't see anything in the immediate vicinity, right? It's just all jungle and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Okay.
asked that if could I see the facility from here, and I said no.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. DeMarco was going to say, okay, I'm going to go up topside to see how the sergeant's doing.
Okay.
Keep me updated, alone. And she walks out and
Will
starts to
do.
work her way towards Raph. So, and in a moment later, she kind of like climbs up the hatch next to you. So, Sergeant,
Lieutenant.
how you holding up?
Well, I could say the same thing about you. Lost a bunch of people there. Another one's crippled, basically to the point of being useless, and we're in a fucking jungle.
Anything on the scanner?
No.
Didn't think so. She takes a cursory look around the horizon, but knows that you've already done so, so she doesn't look too hard. Well, I would say that probably our best bet is to try to set up here. See if we can set up some kind of emergency beacon and hope someone else does a flyby. It's not like the compound's with an eye shot, but if Lone's contacted somebody there... Oh, she pauses. By the way, Lone apparently got through to someone, but it was not the garrison, or at least they're not in the right mind if it was.
I see. So possibly similar situation to the station then.
She nods. Yeah, that makes sense, right? They're fucking with the same crazy space material.
Are we sure we want to stay here then? If they got a signal with us, they might know where we are.
Yeah,
And if
you're
it's
right.
anything like the station, we don't want to know what's coming.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I think at this point, in terms of getting off the planet, we either hope another of our dropships passes us, or we get to the compound and take one of theirs. I have schematics of the compound, and she pulls out a little data pad. I have schematics of the compound. They do have a few aerospace fighters in a hangar bay. If they're still functional, we could break the atmosphere with that, get a signal off to the Golgotha properly. That's probably our best bet.
Yeah. I guess the biggest problem is walking through this hellhole because, well, we're kind of one leg short on somebody.
She gives you like, she smiles with her mouth, but like squints with her eyes. Like she's laughing at your joke, but also kind of like flustered. Yeah.
What's the situation down there? I know our dropship's kind of shit out of luck, but what about the APC?
She shakes her head. Driving compartment got totally dismantled.
You're kidding me.
Sergeant Reiser's a piece of cheese. Steering area's gone. Driving shaft's bent, and most of the support beams along the sides have broken.
So we got nothing then.
She points down at her legs. Except these. And she points at her guns. These.
Maybe we can make some sort of, I don't know, makeshift sled or something. Bring as many supplies as we can.
Yeah. That might be the best way to transport Corporal Boone at this point, too. Okay. She leans over one side and she sees Spindell and Taylor. She shouts out, Private Spindell!
Sir?
Okay, I want you and Foster to see if the cutting torches are landed intact. I want you to try to burn part of the APC wall off. We're going to use it as a supply sled.
Understood, sir.
You have 6 minutes.
Spindell gets to work.
Okay. Don't need to roll for anything. You're not under duress at this moment. So.
Do I happen to see Spindell heading off to this bit of work?
Yes.
Right. I would
you're
like,
in the APC, right?
in that case, to interject. Why, Spindell, if you make a cut about 3/4 up the drive shaft, you might be able to get a wheel or two out more or less intact. Put that at the base, torch it together. It'll be nasty as hell, but might make it a little easier to drag. If you don't have to drag it per se.
That would definitely speed things up. I'll take
Best of luck, mate.
Now, Lieutenant, look. You weren't on that station. But this is the start of a complete hellhole right here. I suggest you take a few moments to stay up here. I can go down and kind of corral the troops.
Okay, Sarge.
This is probably the only moment you'll have for peace.
We've been in hellholes before.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, get them together, and I want you to make it clear to Boone what we're going to do to transport him. Let him make him understand we're not leaving him behind.
Yes, sir. Take a breather.
She nods. And she, forces herself to, do a big inhale. And then she kind of coughs because the air stinks.
And, the Sarge goes back down.
Okay. Sorry, one thing. Rav, do you take the motion tracker with you, or do you leave it with her?
I leave it.
Okay. So she just kind of she picks it up and kind of assumes the duty while she's also kind of trying her best to breathe in and out. So
I basically just giving her an Overwatch type of idea.
At Miles, can we liberate one of the ship APC turrets for the sled? Unless you're planning on dragging the whole APC, the turrets are much too heavy to be transported that way.
We also don't
Have you seen the guns on our smart gunners? Holy shit.
Well,
They can lift some stuff, man.
I was just kind of thinking, if one of our guys is pretty much bound to the sled outside of crawling, that might be fun to have, but
they need to be powered is the problem. We don't have any.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty powerful.
There's a lot of logistics issues. There needs to be an ammo feed somewhere.
Hey, you can't blame a guy for trying.
But it was a good try. Alex, good try.
Okay, so
Actually, it
once
was a bad try.
once I get down the ladder, I would want to address everybody. So I don't know if anybody wants to do anything before that.
I think everybody is. I think Spindell and So are
busy.
tinkering away. I think everyone else is kind of just hanging out. So.
Dune's on top of the dropship.
Okay.
With the lieutenant.
Dune went up there to see what he could see and or hear.
Oh, then you probably saw the conversation.
Well, you
I was
left
under
and
the
then he went up.
I was okay. Now he's up there. Okay.
He heard the
'Cause
conversation anyway because he has super hearing.
Yeah.
But
I was under the impression you were still in the busted cockpit area.
What?
So
Are you saying your ears are fast?
my ears are fast. Dune's taking a look around.
sure. I mean, you can still hear Rav anyways, because
Yeah.
supernatural hearing and all that. Anyways, go ahead. Go ahead, Rav.
All right, crew. Need your attention. This is the situation. Apparently, Lone got in contact with someone claiming to be from the garrison here. We have our doubts about their real intentions and who they truly were. Could very well be the garrison, could very well be some sort of trick, like back on the station. Or like those people we saw. Now, the APC's shit, so is the drop ship, but that signal, they probably have our coordinates, as it were, which means we can't stay here for too long. We need to grab all the supplies we can, emergency rations, anything to kind of do up some sort of makeshift tent or some sort. And we need to have a more efficient way to transport Boone. And then he takes a moment to look over at Boone.
I got crutches.
I know, but we can't have you slowing down, you know? So, we'll do everything to keep you with us, Boone. Not leaving you behind.
You sure
Anyways.
about
100%. Don't you say otherwise.
that? All right.
Anyways, we need some sort of sled. I'm pretty sure Spindel's already on it with Foster there. And bring every weapon we goddamn can. That's an order, everybody. Let's get moving.
Nice. All right, and the moving montage begins. And
We inject Boone with some morphine so he can stay conscious.
once the
I
so
have
after,
plenty of that.
in a few minutes, I was gonna say he is a medic, so grabs his own personal.
Don't worry, got the drip going.
Yeah, so he got
I
the
mean, I
IV
could
in.
I could probably actually take one of my what's it called? What's the
You
drug
could.
that I have?
But you are aware how dangerous those are, so you
Yeah.
wouldn't take those unless you had to.
Oh, so can
So-
Boone take an extra perk? I came up with it, and he could take the perk Legolas,
Nope.
where he can walk on top of snow.
No.
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 Anyways, okay. After a few
Aw.
minutes, After a few minutes, the Marines, of course, still prove why they are efficient soldiers. You gather what supplies you need, as the lieutenant ordered Spindel and Foster get together a little sled. You get as many Lego lost. You get as many supplies as you can together. You get like Rav said, things to put tents together, etc., etc. Anything from the APC that survived in terms of like storage containers and whatever.
Also, extra
Things like
weapons,
that.
like extra rifles,
Uh,
pistols, grenades if we need them, type of idea.
Yeah. So
Any comm tech that we need.
Yeah.
Basically
Absolutely.
anything we can salvage.
so here is what you can salvage. You
Nothing.
find nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
You find rations enough for all of you for about a week. You find things to make makeshift shelters easy enough. You have quite a bit of extra ammo. You managed to find enough clips to sort of double the clips you currently have. The APC does not have loose grenades for reasons that should be obvious.
Right.
Right.
in storage for our grenade launchers, like usually they would be in like a case where you have
Yes.
it like the foam and everything.
Yes, the foam case. Yes, there is a single case like that. You find a couple of other gadgety things. You
Any
know,
emergency med kits?
Although,
I still
hey,
don't
if
think I
we
have one.
if we just have like a corner of the dropship where we just keep loose grenades, that's cool too.
GM is just going to tell Dune human medkits would be useless to you.
Human
So-
medkits are useless to me, but human medkits are useful to humans.
Oh, you know what would be awesome is he could just teleport and be like the teleporty medic.
The
Teleport, stab. You're all
there
healed
is
now.
there is one emergency medkit on the APC, as you would expect from a craft this small. There's just one like attached to the wall, right? Like you would have on a boat or something, right? Like there's just
Right.
like a little first aid station, so someone can tear that off the wall. And
So
add
we've
it to the
got
rest of the stuff.
15 band-aids, a little bit of tiger balm, and a expired tube of polysporin. But,
Wow.
never know your luck.
Yeah.
Hang on, wait a sec. They got smelling salts in that? Yeah. Good. That's good stuff.
Yeah, so your sinuses are open. Well, that's fine. No, they like yeah. So you find that kind of thing. So no problem. But eventually everyone is ready to mobilize, and DeMarco comes down off the dropship, nods towards everyone, nods towards the group. Okay, listen up, Marines. Taylor, Spindell, I want you on point. Rav, Lone, I want you right behind them with the motion trackers. Foster, Walsh, you're on sled duty. Dune, you and me are gonna pull up the rear.
Rules of
Yes, sir.
engagement.
If you see something move, shoot it until it stops moving.
Understood.
Can't
And
do.
if you need to step away for any reason, stay in comms.
Absolutely.
Got it.
Let's go.
Before we go, I would actually like to take a moment to talk to Boone.
Please do. You can do that as everyone's doing their last minute formation gathering.
So where would Boone be at this point?
Boone is lying on this sled.
Yep.
So I walk up and kind of get close to him and just kind of,
Are you gonna be the one carrying me on this?
no, Boone. It'll be two of the others.
That's good. You got stuff you gotta worry about.
Yeah. I know. Now look, I don't know about any less serious injuries you've had, but this one's a pretty bad one.
I can't think of anyone that's been worse than this, no.
Well, just glad you're not mauled. Now look, I need you. I need to know you're 100% out there. These types of injuries, they have a way of messing with your head, messing with how you deal with new threats coming at you. I've seen it before.
I'm gonna make sure no one gets killed out there. At least not on my watch. But I can't go far holding a gun.
Yeah.
So it's one or the other. You know
No,
that.
Yeah. And I need to ask, if the time comes, how do you want to die?
Put it through my forehead.
Right. I'll do everything I possibly can to keep you with us, Boone. You know that.
I'm gonna try to be as useful as I can till then.
Well, look on the bright side. A little bit later on your feet than me.
Get the hell out of here. Go.
Hey,
I'll shoot you first.
Aye, sir. I give him like a hard slap on the shoulder. Shove my rifle up his leg. No, I'm kidding. And I get back to work.
Okay.
I
A
miss
few
my
moments.
leg.
Yeah. A few moments later, the group is ready to mobilize. So DeMarco from the back takes one last sort of look at the dropship, kind of just nods her head. She mumbles under her breath. Dune hears it. She's just saying sort of like a generic prayer for the dead kind of thing. So, and then she turns and, all right, platoon, let's march.
Lieutenant, one moment, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Lone, question.
Yep.
Can you do like a decoy beacon or something like that on the ship? Draw them towards the ship and not towards us.
I could try and suggest that there's some activity around here, yeah, get some power fluctuation going. How effective it's going to be will depend on what it is they're looking for, but we could try.
Lone and Rav, your motion trackers come to life. There are 2 bips, 4 bips total, 2 coming from either side.
How fast wouldn't you say they're moving?
Frighteningly fast. Like,
On the other hand, it might be that we're about to have company, so it might be too fucking late.
Yes.
4 dots
Contact.
becomes 16 dots. 16 dots becomes 50 dots. 50
Oh,
dots
shit.
becomes incountable. The motion trackers start reading error messages.
Well, either my motion tracker is just going on the fritz, and they take a quick look over at my counterpart there, or we're about to have a real big fucking party.
Okay,
Everybody
Marine,
backs together.
double time it. No, into the tree line. Let's move. Let's move.
All right.
Go, go, go.
Boone shrugs.
All right, so Lone puts his motion tracker down, lifts his gun up, looks towards where Boone is getting pulled on the sled, goes to like lend a hand insofar as he can, and then starts running.
Yeah. So, I would recommend everyone start running. So,
Would you like a run roll? Run for my life. Where is that?
Should I run resistance as futile? I mean roll, sorry.
I don't need anyone.
Doesn't matter anyways.
I don't need anyone to roll mobility at the moment. No, as long as you don't tell me, oh yeah, I'm not running. I'm just going to stay here. I'm going to assume you run. Does anyone decide not to run?
Boone, obviously.
You are muted,
right.
Thomas.
Can I teleport to a tree close to the edge of the tree line and see if I can see anything while
You
the
see
rest
more
of the
trees.
team is moving in?
See anything from where these signals are coming from? Like,
Yes.
When you say to a tree, you're talking about like the top of the tree, yes?
Into a set of boughs,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes. Gotcha.
Some high branch somewhere.
Yeah. Kind of teleport as the rest of the team runs, kind of thing.
Like
Yeah.
ninja
So
running.
despite the fact that you can definitely hear things coming towards the clearing that you guys crashed in, you do not see anything. There is nothing to observe, even as you assume the dots have closed in almost to the clearing. But you can hear it's deafening. It's like a cacophony. It's like a huge flock of birds. That's probably the closest analogy that you can think of doing off the top of your head. It's like a massive swarm of crows or some other noisy bird just coming from every direction. But there's nothing to see. And your magic, the thing in you that detects magic is going nuts. Like you're getting like a migraine from how powerful the force is that you're sensing.
Okay. I don't let the team know that.
So,
Not sure that there's a whole lot they could do about it.
Yeah.
So the team, DeMarco keeps the team like at a running pace for a very long time, like 15, 20 minutes before she loosens it to like a jog. And then there's another half hour or so before she changes that to a brisk walk.
At each speed change, I kind of take an inventory to see if everybody's still with us.
Okay. Yep. Nobody's been left behind thus far.
And at each point as well, in fact, every couple of minutes, Lone will pull up his motion tracker again and try and get a sense of, are they pursuing us? They seem to be moving so fast, and humans run so slow, especially through a jungle, carrying somebody.
Mm-hmm.
that they really ought to have caught us if they wanted to.
Good thing they have no ears, so.
Every few moments, the motion tracker gives you another display of like a huge, indiscernible blob of dots from behind you, and then they disappear, and then they're back. And although they always seem to be like just behind, they never seem to actually gain anywhere.
Well, as soon as we make it back down to a brisk walk, and Lone has the breath to do so, he's going to try and find Rav.
Okay.
I'm
Sarge.
playing hide and seek, so you can't find me.
Sarge. Oh,
I am
there
the
you are.
predator.
All the oxen.
Found you. You're it.
Yeah.
We're just a bunch of assholes running through a jungle, and these things were moving fast on my screen. If they wanted to catch up to us, they would have done it by now. I think they're trying to drive us in front of them. And we're doing it.
And make sure we can't go back.
Mm-hmm.
We were already in the trap the instant we landed. Hell, even before that.
Fair enough, but at least we should be going into it eyes open.
Yeah. Well, if they're forcing us ahead, no reason not to take a break when we need to.
Sorry, Dune, where are you? Have you been staying up in the treetops?
I've
the
been
rest of the group has been running.
Yeah, trying to watch to see if I could see anything. I did have a question actually, but
Yes.
Should I ask it before you go then?
Yes, please.
Just okay. My thought was, in correspondence with the motion tracker and seeing the dots appear and then disappear, does the magic feeling go away when they disappear from the motion tracker?
No, it does not.
Okay. So it doesn't have a start and stop point like it did on the ship.
It does not.
Okay. That's good to know.
No.
You don't get the feeling of them no longer existing. It's just
It's constant. It's awful.
nonsense. Yeah.
Okay, that's a good difference to know.
Yeah.
So where is the
clearly-
beard right now relative to the rest of the group? Is he still trying to ninja from tree to tree?
He's still in the trees, trying to keep an eye looking around, keeping in front of us, to the left, to the right, and behind, above and below, as much as he possibly can. See what his elf eyes are seeing. And he's giving constant updates, like, well, I'm not seeing anything from this direction. When like 20 clicks that way, I'm not getting, like, he's feeding information over comms, but nothing has been substantial so far.
Yeah. I want to note one more thing to you, Dune. I'm sure you'll share this with the group in a moment. But about halfway through the journey, you could no longer find the clearing where the dropship landed. Like, as you scanned the horizon, you could no longer, like, pinpoint, oh yeah, that's where we came from. You do not know how that's possible, since you never left the top of the tree line. But at some point, you turned back around to look behind you, and you could no longer figure out where you guys had come from.
We've been traveling a direction, like, say, due north or whatever, for the whole time.
Exactly. Yeah, DeMarco picked a direction, and you guys have not deviated. It's been like 45 minutes. You've run in the same direction, but now you, at some point during that journey, closer to the end when you dropped a brisk walk, you were no longer able to be like, oh. Like, up till then, you were like, yeah, we came from there, we came from there, we came from there. They're just definitely following us from that direction. Now they're still following us in that direction, but you can no longer be like, oh, there's the dropship. Oh, there's the clearing. Right?
Right.
So,
so Dune hails everybody. Quick update. Everybody, I don't know where the fuck we are.
Say again, Private?
I don't know where we are.
Wow, dude, that's so great. None of us know where we are.
No, that's not what I mean. I'm real good at location. I don't know where the clearing for the ship is at all. We've been heading in one direction. I can't see it. I can't do nothing about it. It's gone.
What do you mean it's gone?
It's look. I keep telling you guys, I'm sensitive to this stuff. I can feel magic and do this shit. If something's gone, it's gone.
Something, some sort of magic happened to the ship? Or the clearing? Or your sight?
Us?
Or what?
Or us, even, yeah.
Dune, what about ahead of us? Do you see anything there? Possibly
I see-
facility.
Oh, Saj, I've been keeping you updated. I got nothing.
You think you can start to just see what might be like an
hang on, let me-
observation tower right on the edge of your vision, but it must be still like 2 days away based on how far away it is for you.
Hang on, actually, and Dune like pops like you knew where he was in the tree line, and he's gone again. And then he comes back a moment later. There's actually, and he points in the direction of the observation tower. Actually, that's new, which is concerning. But that direction's some tower, something, a facility at least.
Tower could be an air control tower. It could be an observation tower.
I don't
Either
like
way.
that I was able to see that as you asked about it, just for the record. But it's there. Something might be
Right,
fucking with us.
our way out disappears. Our way forward just makes itself real clear. Yeah. I don't see any
Lieutenant.
problem.
Lieutenant, it looks like we're being funneled towards this place, regardless of whether we want to or not.
Something
nods.
wants us here.
What was on that conversation you had, Lone?
Oh, well, lots of talk about how they had some sort of accident happening on base, some sort of escape. But it all got summed up in this'll be fun. Oh,
You're fucking kidding me.
I'm guessing that you've heard something similar before. I was thinking of that little bouncy ball.
The bouncy ball, and then DeMarco's face went cuckoo bananas. So,
What?
yeah, you know, it just, yeah, we well, I don't want to say we're fucked yet, but we might be screwed at least 2 ways from Sunday so far.
Yeah, that seems to be our catchphrase today.
Maybe we should just take a stand. I can't believe I'm suggesting this. But better that than die like rats in a trap.
We're gonna die like rats in a trap regardless. Something wants us to get to wherever we're going, so I guess that's what we got.
Dune, how close are those things following us? Can you tell? How much time do we have before they're on us?
I mean, I'll be honest with you. They've probably been on us the whole time.
Dune, you feel very strongly that they'll probably be on top of you in 2 minutes. They're gone. They're completely gone. For the first time in 45 minutes, you don't feel anything.
So they've been on us the whole time. They can't. What the fuck? And Dune he looks around like he does like a full 360 up in the tree and jumps down. Hold on.
Jumps down, so now you're with the others?
Now I'm with everybody else.
Okay.
He gets onto the ground and puts an ear to the ground. Here's nothing.
Except to us, of course.
What the fuck?
What's going on there, Dune?
Well, I was going to say we're free, and that's not correct. But motion sensors, anything?
Motion trackers are clean for both Lone and Rav.
Whoa.
Hi, Bob.
Not seeing anything, but whether that means anything at this point, I'm not entirely sure.
Also, at the same time, the rate they were coming towards the ship, they could have overrun us any point.
Mm-hmm. Should have
exactly.
many times.
We had no right to be able to get out of that situation.
Especially not dragging 150 pounds of equipment.
No.
Something took us out of the situation?
If
Something removed the situation from us? What the fuck is going on?
Look, if I can...
Sarge,
Hmm?
if this thing was on the station, I mean, Dune found that ball. This thing was on the station. Its goal isn't necessarily to kill us, at least not right away, or else we would be dead.
And I'm gonna kind of make some assumptions here. I don't think we're dealing with some sort of randomness. There's some sort of intelligence behind this. Something wants us to go that direction. Something wants us there.
Yeah.
Something
I don't-
wants us to have fun, Saj.
Yeah, whatever fun is like. If it's like the station, it's not the fun we think of.
No.
I'd like a good time.
I hate to say it, but I don't think it ever mentioned anything about us having fun.
No.
I mean, I can go alone. It's not a good idea.
So
I might
So
see
look.
how it works.
I don't want to know.
here's what I'm thinking.
I mean,
No matter how fast or slow we move, we're going to get there eventually. We have no other choice. If we push back, we're probably dead.
There's
Now
nothing
we
to push
probably
back
still.
to.
Maybe we just get turned
Right
back
now.
around.
Right now, there's nothing.
Mm.
Now, thing is, we need to take a break. If we're going into this, we know it's a trap. We know they want us there. We need to be 100% when we get there. No need to rush. Lieutenant, thoughts?
Okay. We can set something up. Maybe for an hour. First sign of movement, we boogie, though.
Of course. Just thinking if it wants us there, it's not going to kill us.
Okay,
Well, that
Rav.
wouldn't be any fun.
All right, Rav. Pick a few people to go onto watch. Give them a type patrol. Everyone else, break out a can of gourmet food. Get something in your bellies before we move again.
Lieutenant, I
Yes.
have a little bit of Dune's time.
She just gives you like the go ahead motion, and she spins around towards the sled to try to look for something to eat.
Nice.
All right. Spindell, Foster, you two and me, we're going to be doing a 3-point perimeter. Get moving.
probably safer than the food.
Okay, Lone and Dune.
Listen, mate, I could tell that you were like honing in on something, or you're feeling something out there, and it's obviously doing a much better job than our motion trackers are. Now, I can't exactly like systematize it or anything, but if you're able to give me like some sort of basic signal over comms, some sort of directional signal, we can be feeding that into our telemetry and trying to keep track of that. I can have it all really simple, put it into your ear, and you can just be like left, right, up, down, this close, that far.
That
Look for you.
might be something, actually. Yeah, okay, I'm willing to give that a shot.
Bonza, I'll get it going.
I don't know what it's going to do for us, because if they're close, then we're dead, and if they're far away, we're still probably dead, but, something's better than nothing.
I was more thinking too. As long as there's life, there's hope, right? Here we are, enjoying this beautiful day on this sunny planet. Like,
I mean,
what are we getting all so upset about?
the whole thing about this, like, not to be reductive or anything. I mean, we might die, but we also might not die. So we could just get out of here. We might be fine. Boone gets his leg
Right.
back, and I could just be dreaming still.
We could all be figments of your imagination for all you know. None of
I
us
don't
have ever
love
been here.
that idea.
Me particularly, I've never been here. I think I'm probably still lounging in a hot tub somewhere with a bunch of hotties around me. I'm going to go with that. Also, I'm going to work on this system.
Lon, I want to tell you something. I will say one thing. I don't know if I'm not still floating out in space somewhere, and this isn't all some kind of hallucination.
Mate, there's not a day that I wake up and go like, am I sure this is my fucking life? Pretty sure this isn't what I had planned. But you can't worry about that sort of thing. Instead, you just say, so I got this fucking situation for all these fucking people. What am I going to do? Oh, I'm just going to have a good time. Just going to make the best out of the shit sandwich that life's given me. Going to
It's
take
like-
a great big bite and smile the whole time.
It was like every day in class. I was on parole when I was doing that class. I had to do it on purpose, like to not be in jail.
You and me not so dissimilar.
You're just better with the weird technology.
Actually, that brings something to mind. I saw you practicing with your gun, and you're a damn good shot.
I
But
tried.
I have to say, it worried me a little.
What do you mean worried?
Well, you came into this universe trying to be a hero, mate. And this place wears down on you. I just don't want it to turn you into anything you don't want to be.
I came from a race of warrior fairies out in the fucking universe, my guy. If I can't pick up a weapon and do stuff, I'm not saying I'm useless in this society, or my old society, I guess. But, you know, we got to do what we got to do. Just because I haven't necessarily killed, you know, hundreds of people doing whatever doesn't mean that I'm not incapable of it. I'd prefer not to have anybody die at all, but I'm aware of the consequences of what happens if I do have to kill somebody and what that means, and I better make the right choice because, you know, I can only think of one hero that's probably killed somebody, and he's doing a good job.
There you go then, Mike. You're already a lot different from all of us. Just hold on to that. Like? No. But I'll think twice about it. I'm gonna get to work on that system.
I will say, any of those bugs, any of the creepy crawlies or the fucking penis heads we see out there, that's not something I gotta think twice about. This is about keeping you guys alive too. This is about getting home.
Appreciate that. Hold on to it. We'll see if we make it. And if not, you know, just take that big bite and smile.
Big bite and smile. I'll have to remember that one.
The three people that Rav put on patrol, including Rav, you guys start to do your patrol as laid out. You stay in sort of a triangular formation.
Triangular.
As you set a perimeter around the quote unquote base camp, and can I have Spindell and Rav just roll a single d6? Okay, cool.
Can I ask that our triangle formation puts us all at least medium distance from each other?
Sure.
Thank you.
No, we're just walking around like back to back to back and just going in circles.
Because linked.
Well, because Lieutenant said a tight perimeter, right? So we're like, well,
all right.
Guess we'll just stand in the middle, guys.
You're so close, you look like the flag of the Isle of Man right now.
That's
A three-legged race.
That's kind of trying to keep her. That's in tracker. So Spindell, you are the one I will focus on then. At some point, during your patrol, jungle, tree, plant, tree, plant. That goes on for a long time, and then just all of a sudden, as you round the corner to march back up the one line of the triangle, suddenly what was just sort of an impenetrable, like sort of forest horizon on one side, suddenly as you look through the tree line, you can see that the tree line ends much earlier than it did the last time you passed these set of trees. And through the crack in the tree line, you make out unmistakably a metal wall. A perimeter wall.
All right. Hold. Sarge.
Spindell, report.
No contact, but there is some sort of structure through the tree line here, which should not be possible, but it's what I'm seeing.
Be more descriptive, son. What are you seeing?
Metal wall. Some sort of barricade, fortification.
Does it appear to be something we would have made?
Nathaniel?
Yeah, it definitely looks man-made, yeah.
Well, more so, what are we? The
Colonial Marines.
Yeah, does it have any USCMC?
Doesn't have any markings on it, but it's the same kind of color scheme you might see. It's the same kind of like
material that we'd
metal.
expect.
Well, I was just wondering, do we have like a short form for the Colonial Marines?
USCMC.
The CMC.
CMC. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I was trying to figure out what it was, and I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Sarge, definitely man-made. Looks consistent with CMC fortifications, but there's no banners being flown or anything like that.
All right, Spindel, make your way back to camp. We'll report this to the lieutenant. Clearly, whatever wants us there now.
Understood. Spindel, I guess, would, consider which direction this was, and then head back to where camp should be.
Okay.
Trying to retrace his steps type of idea.
Yeah. So for your own, for simplicity's sake, Spindel, we will say that the camp is back to your east,
The
and
wall
the wall was
follows
spotted
me.
was west. Oh, follows you. As you turn around again, it's right behind you. Yeah.
I
Yes.
walk.
Now-
and the wall
The
keeps
wall
me.
is
Weeping
behind
angels.
Yeah.
It's a weeping angel from Brook.
Now, I do need to ask, though, because it's a perimeter wall, would you say we're on the wrong side of the wall?
Ooh, the
Because
title
we're not inside of it.
Dune
I guess
hears
Depends
I
on
know.
whether or not we want to be on the inside. I'm not getting the
Yeah.
sense we do.
Well, something wants to be on the inside of us, guys. Oh.
Dune hears a
Contextually,
Not
report of
helpful.
No idea
These
which
are-
side is the wrong side.
Dune hears a report of this and just goes at computer end program.
Actually, I think
Haven't heard that one in a
think
while.
that you guys wouldn't hear our comms. We're probably on a different channel.
That's why I said we
Yeah.
get back and you report it.
Yeah.
The first thing
Assuming
is
he
like
gets
add
back.
program.
Assuming guess fine.
Yeah.
Spindel, you do make it back. You guys managed to make it back.
Wow,
Yeah,
one guy walking by himself through the jungle makes it back to camp.
Assumably, Rav goes to
Playing the
talk to
long
him.
game here.
So
Yeah,
Right, so what-
and I would head over to DeMarco with Rav.
she sees the two of you approach. Naturally, assumes there's something going on. She stands up. She bolts up to her feet. And goes, report.
Lieutenant, we found what appears to be, Spindel here found what appears to be a CMC wall, perimeter wall.
No distinct markings, but it's clearly man-made. Looks pretty accurate towards what we would use in the Corps.
And that was the division that was stationed here, was from CMC.
But Abiodun was just up on the tree line like an hour ago, and he could just barely see an observation tower. 2 days march.
Yeah. Clearly, whatever wants us there now. We have
Patient
no
little
choice.
bugger.
If he can see something 2 days away, he shouldn't have lost the clearing. Obviously, there's more at play here.
Dune,
Yeah.
can you scout the treetops again? See what you can see.
Yeah, sure. Why? What's up?
I think we saw a wall not too far from here, about
Saw.
If,
Hey,
100, 200 meters due
saw.
west.
if something wasn't putting a veil over my eyes, Dune, I'm pretty sure it'll be apparent as soon as you get up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, DeMarco just points towards the tree like right above her. That one.
Yeah, give me 1 sec. First, computer end program. No. All right, cool. You got to test this stuff. Back where I come from, that's just how things work sometimes. And Dune jumps up
Dune,
into the
just
tree.
get up on the tree.
Yeah, he gets into the tree and takes a look.
DeMarco looks at Rav. He's losing his mind.
I don't know that he had much of one to begin with, Lieutenant.
Well,
Something
if
before
the station's anything to go by, we might all be losing our minds.
So on the top, as you hit the treetop, Dune is unmistakable. You are immediately met as you stare west with a massive Colonial Marine / Wayland Yutani compound. You spot a dozen metal buildings sprawled out across a concrete tarmac. And then completely surrounding all of those buildings is a huge 6-foot metal perimeter wall. There's observation towers on the 4 corners of those walls, and the walls are lined with sentry turrets.
Hey guys, I don't want to alarm anybody, but I gotta say, I think we've been running on a treadmill this whole time. But
What do you see, Dune? Come back down here.
There's a dozen buildings, and he jumps down. There's a dozen buildings. There's turrets. There's the wall. This came out of nowhere.
DeMarco pulls out her data pad again and brings up the schematics of the compound that she showed Rav earlier, and she shows it to you. I know this is just a schematic private, but this is the general layout of the buildings.
Jet, he takes a look. Yeah, actually. Oh, well, I hate that.
Right. So this is the compound then.
It met us.
Dude, I need to ask, you haven't been using your illusion stuff, have you?
Look, you told me not to do any of that shit. You told me not even to. You told me not even to blink like I want to.
You know why I need to ask, right?
I'm not fucking with anybody here.
And I believe you. I was just hoping you would say yes, I've been doing it.
Yeah.
That would be the world's worst prank, honestly. I'm like...
And I would be fucking
but
okay with it at this point, to be completely honest.
I'm not that mean.
DeMarco
Oh,
calls
well,
Manhattan
it just
and, like,
saved us a lot of marching, right? It's not a
Okay.
big deal.
That it did.
Listen, it doesn't matter whether we were shuffled here or sent here on a treadmill or it was always here and we were blind. The fact of the matter is that is the compound. It's not an illusion. I have schematics. We got them off of Golgotha. We were receiving
It's just a
transmissions
really
while we were in
good
space.
illusion. Oh, just an amazing illusion, real quality.
That means it has. She looks at you, but continues speaking anyways. That means it has a communications tower. That means it has an aerospace hangar. That means that there are somewhere Weyland-Yutani scientists and Colonial Marines on campus. Now, if they're gone, then that's unfortunate. But if those aerospace fighters are still functional, then I still think our best bet is to head for those, get the supplies on the ship, and bug off.
Lieutenant, you need to realize there was no saving those people on that station. If there are people there, they're not really there. Not mentally, anyways.
Okay.
You do understand, right? Anything we encounter, we need to approach being hostile.
She grimaces. Yeah, my order to shoot on sight still stands.
Understood. Out of character for a sec. Do we know that this thing we're dealing with might be connected to Dune? Has he said anything to us about that, or are we completely in the dark about everything?
No, he hasn't said anything about that.
Okay.
Yeah. He's blabbered on about these dreams he's had and blah blah blah, but he hasn't.
All I said
shared
is something
anything
wanted to
else,
have
so-
fun with me.
Yeah, that's it. So, a good question.
You did mention earlier on that something might have followed you, but you haven't made the connection between this and that.
You haven't.
Yeah.
You haven't clued us in if there's anything there. All right, listen. Let's just forget about fucking illusions and magic and whatever for 1 second. Let's treat this like we were infiltrating any compound. Okay? We send loan. Did we manage to salvage a pups from the APC?
Sort of. I mean, it's in okay shape, but the actual quality of it is yet to be seen.
Okay. Well, if we can see the compound, then presumably it shows up on camera feeds. Lone, you send the pups in, we drone the perimeter wall, we see if there's any movement in the courtyard, and if we're clear, we approach the wall, we either climb or breach the wall, and we proceed in formation. We take this by the book.
Makes sense to me, and also fills me with terrible trepidation. All right.
Lieutenant, can I have a word with you? Private.
Yes. Lone, set up on the pups. Spindell, Taylor, watch his back. Let's go. And then she motions to Rav to, like, let's go around the corner kind of thing.
Well, boys, remember, no plan survives contact with the enemy, so keep that in mind.
Dune, you getting any of those magic tingles?
Am I getting any magic tingles, Nathaniel?
You are still magic tingle free.
No, I'm free on magic tingles right now.
All right, fair enough. See if I can work them into the pups as well. You can just feed that telemetry back to you, and maybe you can tell us when the magic tingles start.
Yeah, maybe just for fun, Lone, try driving the pups the other way. It seems like all roads lead to Rome anyways, so...
Oh, I've got... How many do I have here?
How many pups do you have? You have 2. One is good, and the other one is might work maybe.
Maybe I'll send the dodgy one behind us and see what we get.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask on behalf of both myself and perhaps audience members, what is a PUPS?
It's like a drone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an aerial, it's a remote aerial drone.
Does it stand for something? Is it an acronym?
It is. I do not know what the acronym is, but it is
Parameter
basically
uplink spectrograph. You know the ball that shoots
Yeah,
the laser?
No. What was it? Was this in one of the movies?
Yeah.
Which one?
Which one do they have a pups in?
Well, they definitely had it in the
I've only seen 1 and
prequel.
2.
That's name I can't
So
remember.
So,
oh, Prometheus.
yeah,
They definitely had it there.
It was in that one. Oh, okay, yeah. I know what you mean now. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So,
Cool.
yeah.
So oh yeah, because that thing was like going around doing the map layout of the whole ship and everything, right?
It was
Okay.
also in
Exactly.
it was also in the games because they had to go and map that
Yep.
stuff out for that. But it's
Yeah.
it's the ball that shoots the red laser that scans the environment.
That's
Okay,
incredible.
thank you.
We're in a game.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, exactly. It's a little like bowling ball thing that drones.
Okay.
Out.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you
great question.
for
Great
thank you for
question.
doing that.
Yeah.
So I'm
great
like,
question.
do we have dogs?
Great
Why do we
question.
have dogs?
All right. So anyway, so Rav pulls DeMarco aside.
Lieutenant, like, I obviously you're in charge here. I don't want to go against your orders, but if I can speak freely with you,
Goes, yeah, permission granted.
this isn't an ordinary op. This isn't like breach and enter like any other time. There's some shit going on here that is beyond what we can comprehend, and we need to know everything about what's going on before we breach.
Rav, I know this is an irregular mission, but what am I supposed to tell the rest of the platoon? Start running and panicking because I don't know what's going on?
No, we need to gather intelligence. Not just scanning the perimeter with our tech, but we need to know if Dune's hiding something from us. Because if that wasn't him, there's something else out there that is possibly stronger than him.
Yeah.
So we need to talk to him before we breach that so we know what we're encountering. Because if it wasn't him doing his stupid illusion fuckery, then I don't necessarily want to know what it could be.
All right, Sergeant. You and you alone have my permission to talk to Dune about something that he might know. I don't want any of the rest of the squad to know that you're on that line of inquiry. And I'm still going to have Private Loan proceed with the pup scan.
Of course, I wouldn't have any other way.
Okay. Then ask Private Dune to go aside with you. You question him, okay? But just keep
Understood.
in mind that he might be our only way out if it comes to that. I don't want you to scare him off.
I know.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Ramos, thanks. You know, I don't really trust anyone, but you've had my back for years. I appreciate it.
The least I could do.
Okay. All right. You have your order, Sergeant.
Understood, Lieutenant.
All right. And then she walks back to the clearing and heads over to Lone to see what's what, as Rav does the same for Dune. And here, at a couple seconds before 9 p.m., we shall take our break, gang.
What? A break?
Tea time.
It's 9 o'clock. We'll be back at 9:10. See you then.
Why don't we come
Supposedly,
back?
unless we're just dead.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, why don't we come back at 911? That would be a little more apt.
Is that the number I need to call?
We'll see you soon.
Bye.
All right, fate and the universe have happened. Oh, my camera's all blurry now. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, you might want to keep like Roll20 open because of the bright white background of it. It helps.
Oh, yeah.
to
Okay.
illuminate your face.
You
Yeah.
just faded to black. Don't worry about it.
Fade
too
to
much.
black.
Hasty.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. All right, so fate and the universe have conspired against us. Long story short, here we are. We're back. So like I said, Rav, you are talking to Dune. So you finished your conversation with DeMarco. You're heading over there. Lone, you meanwhile are setting up the pups to drone out the compound, as well as sending the other one that was a little bit more temperamental in behind you. Spindell is nearby enough to sort of like watch you work, but for those of you not in the know, basically Lone has like a little screen, like almost like a Wii U gamepad that he's looking at to operate the pups. It's got little analog sticks for him to move it around, and he's got like a camera feed showing what he's seeing. Okay. So Lone is doing that. Meanwhile, Rav is off to talk to Boone. So take it away.
With me?
Yes.
Oh, okay, all right. I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Dune, need you to stop what you're doing. Come with me for a moment.
Okay, fine. Yeah, sure. He stops what he's doing and joins him.
Okay. Gonna get straight to the point, Dune. The reason I asked that I was hoping this was a joke of yours or something is because I knew it probably wasn't, and I didn't want it not to be. Maybe that's too many negatives, but if this isn't you, what is it?
I think I said it before. If I knew, I would tell you guys. Everything is new to me.
Yeah, and within the past 2 weeks, ever since I found out that you actually existed, more weird shit has been happening. So, you need to be frank with me. Is there anything you're not telling me? Is there something else that can do this type of illusory magic or some sort of sensory manipulation? Because if we're going in there, I need to know what we're encountering. Otherwise, if we don't know what we're encountering, everybody's going to die. And I'm sure you don't want that.
Look. Back where I came from was 2 back from where I came from ago. Because I was on Earth, I was on Toronto. And then we were in a different Toronto. And it was awful. Everything was destroyed, and it was due to this guy who just wanted so much power.
Is that who we're dealing with here?
I don't know.
So
There's a lot of
help
guys
me-
that are working under this guy. It could be anything.
So help me understand, Dune, what you're dealing with here. You're one of us, regardless of whether you got enlisted or not. You were always one of us, as far as I'm concerned. And like, what were they capable of? What are they capable of doing? Because if it is one of those things that you encountered, what are our chances?
These guys eat. Like, you know, like we had like superhero comics where things ate universes, and we never thought that kind of thing was possible. Unfortunately, it is, and there's a guy out there doing that a lot. Like it's a huge problem, bigger than like any set of universes that have ever existed. Like it's our chances here are not good in the slightest. And he starts like trembling.
Right.
My chances weren't good when we tried to stop him.
Rav puts one of his hands on your shoulder. Look, Dune, you're not alone floating in space. You're here. You're with us. I will do everything in my power to keep you alive. You have my word. But I need to ask you to do everything in your power to keep us alive. I just have a gun. I shoot things. You do some weird magic shit that I have no idea even fucking existed 2 weeks ago. So, if this thing wants to play a game with us, I'm pretty sure two can play at that. Do everything in your power to obfuscate whatever is going on. Misdirect them. Do something. Just... I know you can conjure flames out of nothing. I'm sure you could do something even more stronger than that.
Well, not to toot my own horn, I don't even know if you know what the CN Tower is. I tried to like change it. Like I really made it look really good. Like I can do some big picture shit.
Look, I don't need to know the details, nor do I want it. If at any point I get compromised, I don't want to know what you're trying to do. I just need to know that you're doing everything you can.
Oh. You don't have to worry about anything. Nobody's gonna die today.
Good. Is there anything else?
You guys got my back, I got yours. I will do what I can. Sometimes it won't work, but I will do what I can.
Is there anything else you can tell me about what we're encountering before we go in there?
Don't trust your eyes.
Yeah. Just, you play its game. You got that? You make up your own rules. You're not its pawn. You're its opponent.
I can go toe to toe. Whatever this is. Look, we got out of that station. We survived. It was shitty, but we did it. This could be worse. I've seen
And look,
worse.
This stays between you and me. Don't tell anybody else what you're doing. If at any point any of us become what we saw on that station, well, I can only imagine what could be worse than that.
Lone, you begin to drive the pup out. It sails across and pretty soon hits that perimeter wall. Climbs up the wall and starts to scan the compound.
Go fetch me one Dorothy or 2 shoes.
At the same time, you set up the other pups to fly behind you guys. And so set yourself up as comfortably as you can to have sort of the 2 monitors going. Anyone observing Dune would see him frantically going back and forth between the 2 consoles.
Observing Lone, you mean?
Yeah, anyone observing Lone, sorry. Me going back and forth observing the 2 consoles. Flicking buttons when he needed to, moving the analog sticks when he needed to. And just sort of flicking back and forth between the 2 screens. Lone, you take a look at the compound screen for a while. Probably if anyone was observing you, you're sort of nodding along. Business as usual. And then you flick your head towards the other screen.
It's looking clear. Not too clear. It's obviously something wrong. Oh, I see.
Spindell, of course, you can't help but overhear Lone laugh, considering that you're almost next to him.
Something funny, Lone?
Well, I suppose it's a matter of perspective. Can't you see?
Can I see, Nathaniel?
Yeah, and when you look at the screen with them, you crack a smile, Spindell.
You know, Lone, you're not wrong. That's a good one.
Isn't it, though?
And DeMarco, hearing the two of you chuckle, walks over. Private Lone, report. What did the pups sing?
Courtyard's clear. Looks safe, for whatever value safe might be.
Courtyard's clear. No signs of bodies, struggle, nothing?
Buildings got some buried wires, looks like, just popping up through, because they never dig these trenches deep enough, Otherwise, nothing of interest.
Okay. I don't see any reason to delay this any longer. All right. All right. Rav?
Yes, Lieutenant.
Rav? We spent as long as we can here. Gather the troops. We're moving towards the wall.
Understood. Everybody mount up. We're going in.
Yeah, very good.
Grab any extra supplies you can. We're not coming back.
Aye, aye.
Everyone gives you a yes, sir.
Boone, how you holding up?
Still laying down.
Get up. Gonna need you.
Son of a bitch.
I know.
Somebody comes to your side and helps you up onto your foot. So and then gives you the crutches that you require.
Thank you. Well, let's do it.
Corporal Boone, you stare through the crack in the tree line at the wall, and you can't help but grin. The group moves forward. Same formation as before. Spindell, Taylor in the front, Rav and Lone right behind that. Then Foster and Walsh are with Boone, now on his feet. So they're kind of on either side of him, just supporting him if he needs it or whatever, just making sure he doesn't teeter over. And Dune and DeMarco are at the back. So, as you guys approach the wall, you all do a span along one side and notice that there's a big hole in the perimeter wall. Not like something blasted like an explosive, but like something charged through it, like a rhino escaping his pen at the zoo. The metal is twisted inwards instead of having been melted or heated.
Sorry, and that metal is twisting
Inwards.
into the courtyard? Okay.
Yeah, into the courtyard. Something went through from the jungle into the courtyard.
Understood.
Well,
look at that.
There's a way in. If the turrets are still active, then we're going to have to assume that they're been tampered with. We can't risk the front door.
Then let's do a toss test. I try to find a rock nearby.
Yep.
Big enough that it's like foot size.
Mm-hmm.
And then toss it through the hole to the other side.
Okay, you hear it fly and along the concrete on the other side of the wall.
Anything else?
No.
Well, if the turrets are active, not pointed at us.
All right. Spindell, Taylor, I'm sorry, but you have the unenviable job of going through the hole first.
Well,
Who knows? The turrets are up. It might beat whatever lies at the end of this road. So, and Spindel walks in the courtyard.
Okay. She waits for a few moments as she holds everyone else back. Spindel, you with me? And yeah, you and Taylor. Okay, as you're in the courtyard now, I'll do the description here for you, Spindel, and this applies for everyone as you guys come through, because you're basically going to go through two at a time. So, you and Taylor are right now basically on the other side of the wall, just on the other side of the wall. Immediately in front of you is a huge, big metal building. One of many. There's at least 12 other buildings like it, all stretched out across the courtyard. There's a good 2 or 3 blocks worth. When I say blocks, I mean the length of a city street or something. There's a good 2 or 3 city streets worth of distance between each building. So you can understand this is a huge compound.
Yeah. Was this a research facility too?
Yes.
Or was this just the outpost for the garrison?
It was both. There was a military base, there was an aerospace hangar here, and there was a research facility.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So that's why it was sort of a joint operation.
So similar in size to like our last Alien campaign, like that.
Yes. Yes, if you remember like the
spaceport area,
spaceport area. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, gotcha.
Same kind of idea.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah. The building that you are staring at right now is some generic lab-like building. You spot a really long, sort of one-story building off to the west. You assume that to be the hangar. But there's all kinds of buildings in and around and between that area. But you seem to be okay for the moment.
All right. Still standing, Lieutenant. No contact. Doesn't seem to be much of anyone around here, but you guys should be safe to come through. Just keep your eyes open.
All right. Rav, Lone, you're next.
Yep.
Lucky us.
Okay, and the two of you make it through. Huh. All right. Walsh, Foster, take Boone through.
I can take myself. Come on.
And she shrugs towards you. Okay, let him go. And then finally, it's just DeMarco and Dune left on this side of the wall. And intentional metaphors. What does it mean? And she turns to you, Dune, and says, "You're next, Dune."
What am I feeling magically right now?
You're less feeling anything magical and more just getting like the really like, oh, there's something standing behind me, shiver down my spine.
Yeah.
This is bad.
You're just really creeped out more so than like I can sense magic that way.
This is the bad place.
No, you go first. I'll watch from the back. I got better eyes than you guys.
Okay. All right. Okay. You come right behind me. And DeMarco steps through. So.
And looks out and enters the wall.
Okay. And as soon as you step through the hole patches itself up.
Yeah. Go figure.
Oh, come on.
Dude taps on it with a knuckle. A gloved knuckle.
It's solid metal, like it was.
That is not
damaged.
a goddamn illusion.
No.
We walked through that.
Yeah.
How sick does Dune feel right now?
You feel about the same level of sickness as when you were on the Golgotha. Like you're surrounded by it.
Yeah.
Look, Lieutenant, what are our orders from here? We got a few directions we can go. We can scout out the hangar, scout out the other areas if we get comms up. But I don't think we can do everything unless we split up.
She thinks for a second. Okay, even if we can get the aerospace fighter in the air, we'll get knocked out by the base's own AA defenses. So our first mission is going to be to get to the security building. We disable the AA defenses, and we run back for the fighter. Corporal Foster, I want you to prep the aerospace fighter once the hangar's secured. No, I don't want anyone to split up. No, we stay together, damn it. We'll find the security building, we turn off those AA defenses, and then we split for the hangar. We shouldn't have to come back up to the surface. All these buildings are connected below ground.
Yes, sir. All right, you heard the lieutenant. Let's get moving.
She opens up her schematics again and says, okay, security building should be, and she points sort of to a diagonal west. That one there. Okay, if we just run across here, we're okay. Spindell, check the corner.
Understood. Which wall is the door on?
So, okay, so you guys are along now the wall of the building that was immediately in front of the door. She wants you to sort of peek around the corner directly in front. And then you guys, because the plan is to make a break for the building directly diagonal you.
Sure.
Like it's 3 streets worth away distance-wise, but you can see it.
Yeah.
So Spindell's gonna check the corner, but he's gonna do it from like 2 steps or 3 steps back from the wall. So if anything tries to jump him, there's an air gap.
Yeah. Right, gotcha. Okay. And as you peek around the wall, you see, not right in front of you, but a little ways away. You have no idea how none of you heard it. But you see something straight out of your worst nightmare. Does it look like the creatures you saw in the station? Absolutely. Is it 4 times the size? Absolutely. The creature stands, rather than walking on all 4s like the creatures you saw in the station, this one is propped up on his hind legs. Its tail, this almost the length of its body, and it's obviously using it to prop itself up. It's got a huge bony ridge sort of like head plate instead of the sort of long banana-shaped back that the others had. The creature, which was sort of standing still and just sort of sniffing the air, begins stomping forward. And all of you sort of shake a little bit as the ground rumbles as the creature walks. Mercifully, whatever this thing is looking the other direction. But it's close for comfort.
Spindell
And,
spins back
Yeah.
so that he's out of line of sight if it does turn. And he says very, like, as quietly as he knows comms will pick up. Contact, contact, contact. Big contact. You said...
And I was also going to be looking at my motion tracker at the same time.
yeah, you're getting one very, very clear symbol slowly marching
DeMarco.
away. It was not there when you guys went through the hole in the wall.
DeMarco. You said that there are underground tunnels, yeah? If
She
we
nods.
can get in any building,
Yeah.
any building that doesn't cross this alley, that's the way to go.
What about
She
the
looks-
building where Spindell is?
Okay. Doors. She points the way you were just peeking. The door's on that side, though, so we still have to sneak in that way. Was it facing us?
It was facing the other way.
Okay, we could try creeping in.
I could go in. Oh God, why did I say that?
Dune, can you make it look like we're not there? Or like we're somewhere else?
We're not here. Can you cover us somehow?
I could do that.
Look,
Like
you cover us while we go across, and then you teleport.
Christ on a bicycle. Yeah, I can
you
try
do
that.
that?
I can try that.
Okay.
Keep your voice down. Go for it. Do what you gotta do. All right,
Let us know when you're ready, Dune.
Do what you gotta do. I need a survival roll stat.
I thought it was a roll, not a stat.
Oh.
Oh.
And my
Do you want to push it?
oh dear, push it.
You might
How
want
do I
to
do
push
that?
that roll.
How do I
Raise
do
your
that?
raise your stress by 1 and roll again.
Just do it, man.
Stress is bad, but I promise you.
Oh, one.
Oh,
I was going to say, I promise you, whatever that amounts to would be way worse.
Fuck yeah.
all right. Okay. All right. So to your great to your great astonishment, Abiodun, you have to use everything in your power to do it, but you manage to basically make the group look invisible as they run across the corridor. The creature actually spins around and stares directly at the group.
I imagine we pause for a second.
Yeah.
Like in the Jurassic Park movie.
Yeah, with the T-Rex. Like, it turns around T-Rex style and, like, gives out a snarl, but from its perspective, it can't see anything. But it, like, staring directly at you, Abiodun, because you're basically standing there, like, projecting a wall. And it's looking right at you. And then it kind of just, like, sweeps its head from side to side, and then...
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh. There goes the UPS.
Oh my god.
We're going back on break.
Yep.
Oh no, wait, he's on his phone.
Did the UPS kick the bucket?
Yeah, so that was it for the UPS. So
Okay, but we saw this coming.
we saw it coming, so I was all prepped. I had it open on my phone.
Do we just wait for Chris then?
This screen's a little messed up on the show, but
Yeah.
We'll deal.
yeah,
Give Chris a chance to jump on his phone, and we can keep going.
absolutely.
I'm going to continue my description. I'm assuming we're still live.
Yep.
Yes, we are still live.
Yeah, this is creepier, anyways, guys.
Do not do that. Do not do that, please.
Oh my god, it's just like how we saw an alien that's 4 times
I'm in the dark.
larger than the
I'm
others.
in the dark right now. I
We now
don't need
have-
this.
We now
Can
have
you give us a
DM.
maniacal laugh again, please?
Don't do that, please.
Anyways.
I think there's a stuffed bear behind me.
That's not a stuffed bear. That's Freddy.
With this lighting and your beard, the length of the beard now, Nathaniel, you look like the first boss from Inscription with the lighting and everything.
You look like oh god, what's his name? The guy from the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer claymation.
Santa?
What's his name?
The guy who's hunting for silver and gold or whatever.
Yeah.
Yukon Cornelius.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Cornelius.
There.
AKA Santa Claus. Duh.
All right. Let's read the description.
Here's Chris. Okay, so the creature reels around. It spins back the other way. And Abiodun, once the rest of the Marines are clear towards the compound or towards the security building, you poof over with them. So, phew.
Whatever you did there, it worked.
Holy shit, that was the most badass thing I've ever done. Oh, the guys are going to kill themselves when I tell them that happened.
Dude. I kind of go to him and kind of whisper at him. That's the kind of shit I'm talking about. You keep doing that, and we get out of here alive.
Yeah, absolutely.
As Rav is saying that.
I was whispering it to him.
Yeah, but I mean, just like.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like, as he's saying that, Spindell, despite not being in command at all, is getting everyone, himself and the other smart gunner, and everyone who has a grenade launcher lined up, pointing at that corner.
Right. All right. DeMarco continues to whisper, but I'll talk a little louder because I'm on my phone now. All right, Lone, it's over to you then. Get this door opened, and let's head inside.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Sadly, I don't have roll 20 open at the moment.
No, and I can't give anyone else control of his sheet.
My computer
Congratulations,
went
Lone, you
to sleep.
automatically succeed on your contact roll.
I'm so good at this. Actually, just give me.
Hey, hold on.
Actually, can you take
legitimate.
Can you take the
Legitimate
stunt so
list?
you never have to roll for it again?
No, hold on. He did have to open a door before, and he did take a stunt where he'd never have to do it again.
That's true.
I think I did do that, didn't I?
You did that
You
the first,
never have
the first
to roll
roll,
for doors again.
the first
Yeah,
roll
the
you
very
ever
first
did
one
on
you did.
doors.
The door when you opened up the space station, I think you got like 4 successes and you picked that one. Yeah.
That's right.
Hey, legitimate!
Legitimate, not just pulling on my
I'm
ass.
finger gunning at the camera.
The other thing, guys, good news. I don't have access to roll 20 anymore, so I can't roll for any of the enemies. So you guys automatically win the campaign. Congratulations.
Yes.
No, I'm just kidding.
Hooray!
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm in now. I can roll on your behalf if you like.
Oh, can you? Great. Thank you, Chris. So never mind.
Wait, no. Wait.
Hey, hang
Do
on.
Chris? Do you have a camera on your phone, or
Let me see what I can
He
do in
doesn't
that
even-
regard. Well,
he-
then
I mean,
continue.
you don't
Sam's
have to
spot,
worry.
luckily.
You don't have
Yeah.
to worry about it too much if you're
yeah, I was just
preferential
You're also
to
not feeling good
yeah.
today.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Just miss your face, man.
We want to
This
see
is
you.
my best.
Also,
Okay,
I
I'm
love
all
how you
right.
sound like Bane now.
Yes.
I'm all robot.
What's my name?
Lone,
For you.
Cyclone.
All right, so so you don't need to roll for that anymore. Getting on that door action, the door slides open, mercifully very quiet. Luckily, this station has been well maintained, so it slides open. There's just like you would from an elevator door or a hotel sliding door or something like that. And everyone very carefully creeps their way into the security station. Well, I say a security station. It's basically just a stairwell. You creep yourself into the stairwell. The door closes behind you, and DeMarco lets out the biggest sigh she ever has in her life. Okay. I do not know what that thing is, but I'm going to have to assume that there's more down there. Lights on, everyone. So
Lieutenant, that was a supersized version of what we saw on the station.
those are the things that you fought on the station?
One of those, a miniature size of it, sliced a man in two within a split second.
Easy, like it was butter.
So now you know what we're talking about.
I
I'm
see.
sure you got debriefed on it, DeMarco. Just gonna remind you, they have acid blood, so
Okay.
You want to get him to get you back.
We're gonna she walks over to the staircase, like looks down. So just to remind all of you, the marine lamps are shoulder mounted, right? So all of your lights are like that.
Nice.
Is it pitch black in here otherwise?
It's pitch black in here, other than the lights. Yes,
Gotcha.
So I'm assuming there's no power?
there's no power. So well, there's
Alright,
no lights on, anyways.
The irony.
Ah. So
All right, Lieutenant, which way? Up or down?
Down.
The universe is forcing us to LARP this.
Security station's 3 levels down. We should be able to follow the staircase all the way there.
All right, Spindell, Foster, you take point.
all right.
Also, out of character for a sec, apologies if my character just kind of jumps in there. I'm figuring at this point, like the lieutenant and the sarge are kind of like co-operating.
Oh yeah, and she
Cool,
trusts
cool.
you, obviously, right? She's still do that.
All right.
So.
This is your squad.
Yeah, DeMarco is not used to giving squad level orders, right? So she's still counting on you to say like, go here, do that.
Okay. I just don't want to like supersede your lieutenant role playingness.
No. She's just here to make sure the group stays coherent. So,
Cool.
All right.
okay. So,
That was an
Taking the
interesting choice
stairs.
of word.
so everyone starts down the stairs. The clanking of the metal stairs is very loud, especially to a Biodune's sensitive ears. Clank, clank, clank. You're all carrying armor and weapons and explosives and gear. It's hard to
And crutches.
and crutches. It's hard not to have this whole corridor filled with it. The stairwell is narrow enough that you have to walk sort of 2 at a time. And DeMarco has insisted that she stay at the back. So you are walking. So just for reference, you are walking parallel with Boone right now, Dune. Boone and Dune. Every so often, of course, DeMarco spins back up to look upstairs, and you guys continue down the stairs. A couple of times, Abudun, you think you hear chuckling. Not like big belly laughs or, somebody really laughing, but just someone chuckling, like a family member told like a dad joke at Thanksgiving, and it wasn't really funny, but you want to laugh because it's your uncle or
No, is it-
somebody you respect.
Is it the kind of chuckle like it's down the hallway, like in a horror movie where you hear this little kid going, hee 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 hee, but it's down the hallway?
No, it is on the stairwell somewhere.
Oh,
but
okay.
the stairwell is making it very hard for you to pinpoint.
Gotcha. Motion trackers.
Nothing on the motion trackers other than you guys for now.
Also,
Um,
I'm the only one that hears it.
I don't think
Yeah.
they're particularly good at up and down either.
Yeah, so Beyondune, you are the only one who hears the chuckle. So
Well,
Yeah.
in terms of motion trackers, the people who have them, we're just going to keep like a constant watch of them. So if there is stuff on the motion tracker, I won't bring it up again. Just mention it.
Yeah.
Because
So,
at this point, we're just going
Nothing
to
here yet,
watch it.
Sarge.
exactly. So
my eyes open.
you make it down about 2 floors of stairs, and then you guys stop for a second, you look around, and then okay, proceed, and then down the last flight of stairs. And as you make it, you come into a large room, which is obviously a control room of stuff. You can see monitors all over the place, terminals, consoles. There's buttons, there's switches, there's knobs. And she's like, okay, if the schematics were right, this is the security room. We should be able to turn off the AA defenses from here. Now, she looks up. The lights are out. So that might mean main power is off. But if the turrets could run on auxiliary. Lone, I want you to start taking some of these panels off. See if you can find the controls for the AA gun. See if they're off, on, what they are, and maybe even see if we can get some lights on.
All right, I'm on it.
If you need anybody else, pull them aside.
Yeah.
Take all the help you need.
All right, well, just someone to watch my ass. I mean, it is such a beautiful tushy, shouldn't be a problem.
All right, the rest of us, we're going to make a perimeter, scout out the rest of this room, secure all the doorways.
Yeah. And everyone starts spreading out.
Oh no.
Is it just the one door in and out, or is there others?
No, so there's the stairs that you came down, and then there's one door.
Okay.
Yeah. Which assumably leads to another room in here, or down some corridor or something. That's it.
When we came down the stairs, did we go through a door, or was it just open?
It was open.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. An open stairwell, and then there's one sliding door on the other side of the room. And the room is basically a perfect square.
And is there anything else that we find out in this room while Lone's doing his thing, as we're kind of checking things out?
None of the monitors appear to be on, so there isn't like any passive information you're able to gather.
Okay. Is there a big red button that says "Startup Edit"? Startup systems, or something like that?
Unfortunately, not.
Yeah.
I want a big green button. Big red seems a little ominous.
No, it's a gun.
It's like, you hit the big red button? Yeah, I hit the big red button. That's the self-destruct button.
You turned off the internet. That was the internet button. Damn
That was the power button. That's why the lights are out.
Makes sense.
DeMarco takes Spindell and Rav over to the door, and looks at the door for a second. Okay, we're gonna break him clear. Rav, what do you see on the motion tracker? And Rav, as you look at the motion tracker, you can't help but crack a smile. You get it now. And Spindell doesn't notice, but DeMarco kind of raises one eyebrow and says, "Motion, Sergeant? Your motion tracker is clean at the moment."
Oh, yeah. It's clean, Lieutenant.
Okay, Spindell. I open the door. Gun's ready.
Yeah, I'll take the other side.
Affirmative.
And the door slides open, and looks like it's clear. It's a long corridor. There's another door on the other end. Again, there's no lights other than the lights on your shoulders.
I feel like we've been here before. Long corridors, doors.
DeMarco peeks around the corner to check. Once it's obvious Spindell doesn't see anything, and she starts laughing. And then she tucks back into the room and nods towards the two of you.
Lieutenant.
She shrugs. Corridor looks clear now.
Do you want us to stay or advance forward?
No, I think the best... And she's cut off by the sound of reptilian snarls coming from the corridor of the now open door. The three of you and probably other Marines in the room instinctively shine their lights down the hallway. And as you flash across the ceiling, you see three of the creatures that you saw back on Tenebrous Station crawling along the top of the corridor.
Oh dear.
They're creeping ever so slowly. The motion tracker obviously comes to life with three movements.
DeMarco, close the door. Lone, status, now.
Working on it.
DeMarco slams the door shut. They're gonna be on
Foster,
that in seconds.
get over here now.
You can hear slamming as the creatures start ramming into the wall.
Everyone who's not busy, take up defensive positions. We're about to be breached.
DeMarco spins over to Doom. DeMarco spins to Dune. Obio Dune. I know there's three magical things on the other side of the door. Is there anything else you're sensing?
Is there anything else I'm sensing, GM?
I would like you to roll observation, please.
I don't know if I'm good at that.
Can he roll finance instead? Sorry, I had to. I'm really trying not to, Nathan.
Two in a panic.
Two and a panic.
Yeah, I never want to roll for this again.
Oh boy.
Okay. I would like you to resolve your panic roll first, and then I'll tell you what happens.
Allow me. Nathaniel, I will quickly open the chart, the panic chart.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you
I dropped
probably-
something.
Drop
You
item.
drop something? Is it your choice or my choice?
Whether by sheer confusion or realization. that
GM
you
decides
can't
which
do it.
one.
decides.
GM
Yeah.
decides, okay, you drop your pulse rifle, obviously.
Fine.
You sense something coming down the stairs. You swivel, and in a panic, you drop your gun on the ground. It lets off. It doesn't let off any shots because safeties and all of that, but it just sort of clunks to the ground. And as you look at the stairs, you can see a mass of like a black sludge pouring down the stairs, like someone spilled their milk down a staircase. It oozes down with like an accordion or slinky grace. It's obviously on a path in towards the room. It creeps ever so slightly, and it starts off thin, and it actually picks up mass and size as it continues making the last few steps down the stairs. Until finally, the black sludge forms into a vaguely humanoid shape. The vaguely humanoid shape is roughly that of a young boy. And although he's floating several feet off the ground, he crosses his legs, crisscross applesauce, as it were, and slaps his knees jovially with his hands. He has no face to speak of, but you can see indents where there would be eyes, and a long, sort of big, sort of grin, Cheshire cat style. Of course, there's no teeth. There's just more black under the black. I'm so glad you guys made it. Wow, you were slow. I was getting bored. So I had to bring it to you. But here we are.
Shoot it.
Dune, what are you doing? Get to the door now.
This isn't working. It's not going.
Do we hear or see this as well?
Yeah, everyone sees the black entity.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. The bypass should have been done by now.
Lone, step back.
I told you, Abiodun. I told you. I was everywhere. Even here. That's the signal, Chris.
Lone suddenly turns away from the panel and brings his rifle up, but he's got a strange grin on his face, his eyes sort of glassy and absent. I'm getting hungry.
That's the signal, Christian.
I turned to Abiodun. It's been fun.
That's the signal, Thomas.
Beadune, why did you have to be so boring?
That's the signal, Kirk.
I told you I was everywhere.
The creature laughs as DeMarco opens the door for the creatures coming down the hall, and the aliens enter the room. Foster, Taylor, and Walsh immediately start opening fire on the creatures, but the 3 creatures leap across the room and grab at each of them. You can hear them screech as they hit the ground with the creatures on top of them. It's time to play. Lone, Spindel, Rav, and Boone, you come back to your senses in time to see.
Oh my god.
In time to see the aliens pounce on the other 3. And in time for one of the walls to crash open and the creature from above, or maybe another one, the large creature with the giant head crest, emerge into the room. He lets out a snarl and makes his intention clear. It's time to eat. And we are in initiative. Starting with
before we jump into that, would I be able to get like a couple words of a shout out?
Yes.
Okay. In the moment of everything happening, I just quickly shout out, Dune, now!
I don't know what that means, but we'll give it a try.
Okay. Baboon is first.
Baboon? Oh, you said Dune. Okay, sorry, I heard baboon. Oh, Boone is first. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Okay, so Baboon leans on one of his crutches and fires his pistol at it.
Yeah. And are you talking about the black mass, or are you talking about the big alien that's just stormed in Blade Man
Big
style?
alien.
Or the 3 other aliens that are also currently feasting on our friends.
Yeah,
No,
so
I
there
got
are
it.
3 aliens in the room, but they are occupied. So.
I got a big target inside.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. So I cannot see roll 20, so I will trust that you will be honorable.
While he is rolling GM, do we need a initiative for DeMarco?
No, I'll just have DeMarco.
Oh no.
Around.
It's 3 in a panic.
Yep,
3
in a panic.
Wait, are we supposed to all be at 2 stress right now?
Nope.
I'm at.
No, he got his leg blown off, remember?
Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I forgot about the leg thing.
I'm a little stressed without one of my limbs.
Right, you got 3 successes and a panic?
That's right. I'll resolve that panic now.
Yes, please do that.
Let's see here.
So there should be a panic button.
Keeping it
You're
together.
good.
I keep it together.
Nice.
You can anyways.
Okay.
All right.
So Chris, are you in a capacity to roll for me? Can you see
Yep.
the sheet? Okay.
I can see sheets.
Okay. Can you
I think I know which one you want.
Sheets.
Can you have it roll armor? The pistol's not. No, the pistol is armor piercing. So roll versus armor piercing. I should have an option there.
Oh, this is armor piercing.
Oh, Boone, you used your pistol, not your rifle.
He can't
No,
prop
I
himself up
did.
for it.
About where should I be looking for the roll versus armor piercing?
Okay, so
Because I see armor here.
yeah, so there's 4 rolls. There's armor versus fire, there's armor versus armor piercing. I added it in. It should be the one on the right hand side top.
Okay.
There's
I don't
4.
Let's see here.
I don't want to be that guy, but I don't think the pistol is armor piercing by default.
No.
It's not.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
think.
Service
I think-
pistol. Yeah, no, it's not.
I think only the pulse rifle is,
Only
right?
the pulse
It
rifle.
is, yeah.
Okay. So then roll regular armor, please.
Here it comes.
Yeah, so the service pistol gets an extra bonus die, but it's not piercing.
What was the result of the armor roll?
2.
2. Okay. And you got 3 successes. Base damage on the pistol is 1. So you would have to spend your other 2 successes to get. That would bump it to 3 damage. So you do 1 damage to the creature.
Or you can
could do
do
that.
something else.
Or you can do something else with those stunts. Yep.
Never have to roll for that again.
Don't think that's an option for this
I
one.
do not think so.
I don't think so. I'll take the damage. Let's do damage.
Which
Okay,
one were
so-
you shooting? The big one?
The big guy.
The big one.
Okay.
The big one.
So that's 3. He soaks 2, so he takes 1 damage. Okay, cool. None of you are close enough to worry about acid splash at the moment. So it
Nice.
sprays some of the consoles and walls, rendering them useless. The walls useless. But it renders some of the consoles useless, and it sprays some of the walls, and the creature just snarls directly at Boone.
We don't need walls.
Come at me, bitch.
Okay.
Oh no.
Well,
Who's next?
Dude.
Biodune.
A Biodune. Okay.
See,
great.
my confusion makes even more sense now.
What were you doing?
I had an idea.
Do it, man.
Now's the time.
Dune sees the big one crash through and goes, okay, holy shit, he's serious. All right, fine. And he takes off on a sprint towards the goo man and uses his illusion magic to conjure the same orange ball that was in the base and bounce it on the floor at him.
Nice.
Like that, so it would bounce on an angle towards him.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Interesting. I do. I mean, what do I want you to roll? Okay, this is. Unfortunately, I can't remember all the skills.
It was survival or manipulation for what we were doing for the magic skills.
Manipulation,
Yeah, so
medical
this one-
aid, contact, survival, observation,
This one's
stamina.
manipulation then.
Now, question:
I didn't think that's
Can I give a bonus to Dune because he's kind of following the orders I gave? And if you need a sacrifice, I'm willing to sacrifice like my fast action for it.
Sure. I'll give a Biodune 1 extra die.
Okay.
Also, I would like to just figure out, in proportion to everyone else, how close is everyone? I want to know before he potentially rolls a panic.
We're all at the door.
Yeah, we're all basally close to one another. We were
You're
trying
all
to
in
exit.
range?
Lone was on one of the consoles, so he's a little farther away. DeMarco, Robin, Spindell, you guys are all like within arm's reach.
I'm
I would've,
assuming
like,
since we're all in
gotten
the
into
same
the
room,
room.
we're within close.
Boone is standing maybe center-ish. Biodune's now obviously nearest to the stairs, and the other 3 are getting chomped. So
Are they
So
still
probably-
alive?
they are alive and screaming.
Do you want
So
me to roll now?
probably-
I wanted to make sure first.
They will be
before
alive
Kurt had
for
to do anything.
another 2-3 seconds. So
Right.
Yeah, so Jim was saying you get an extra die.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure I was good to roll before. I clicked it.
manipulation plus 1 die.
And then you wanted me to sack my fast
Fuck.
action for that?
Yes,
That's
Okay.
panic.
that's 1 panic and no successes.
Can
Yeah.
I push it?
Yes, you can push it. One stress and roll again.
Up to you.
Up to you.
Now, if he does push it, that means the panic wouldn't have happened unless he gets panic again, right?
Do I get
That's-
that bonus die again or no?
Yes, you still
Okay.
get the bonus die, but you do have to increase your stress before you
I
roll
did.
again.
Isn't this fun?
Oh my
Richard?
god! I never want to roll for this again. 3 times. I do it with a lot of style and a
He
panic.
did 4 successes,
He got-
but he did panic again.
Yeah.
4
That's
successes
some
of
panic.
panic? Okay, so resolve the panic first and then spend your stuns.
Hold it together.
Fine.
Hey, keeps it together. Got a 6.
No
Keeps it
way.
together.
He rolled,
Oh,
he rolled the
jeez.
only number that he could roll to keep it together.
Champ.
Dune needed this to happen. I needed this
Champ.
to happen.
Okay, well you have
Oh,
Rolled a 1. It was the only possible.
Holy shit.
nice. You have 3 stuns to spend. What a great game.
Get that clutch.
Good
Oh, yeah.
job, Dune.
You have 3 stunts. You have 3 stunts.
Holy
shit.
crap. Okay.
You should impress somebody.
Manipulation. Your opponent does what you want without demanding a favor of return. Hey, power's back.
Richard, your roll saved the power.
Holy shit.
I saved the campaign.
Wow, look at that! Look at those spending on that stunts. I impressed somebody. Bring the power back. Bring the lights
We
on.
did it.
Let's go.
Oh, you can-
Alright.
Yeah,
Your opponent
Chris is
does
being
more than you
rapid.
asked for.
So
For
maybe
example,
we take,
you know,
I say air quotes, quick break. Maybe we just take a second to get them back into
Yeah.
onto their
You
desktop.
should decide what stunts you're gonna do, and Chris and
Well,
I will
I
try
only have 3 stunts in manipulation.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, maybe
And it's also going to take a few minutes to get your router back up, I'm assuming. So
Nope, everything's been on the UPS. The only reason that I had to cut from one device to another was because the batteries for those UPSs got drained. But I have a bunch of different independent ones for the networking machinery.
So your internet's been up the entire time.
Yes, sir. That's how we've been chatting with you.
Yeah.
Well, you could be using your data. So
yeah, unfortunately, this particular area we're in has kind of like a cell dead zone.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'm more of a Purelator guy.
Yeah, we were like, yeah, you don't get close with nature and then also get good cell.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you walk like 3 streets that away, you're fine. But
don't we just switch into break for a second while you transition over, or?
Yeah. Just break real quick. We'll be back in like 30 seconds.
Hey guys, Dune is saving the campaign. He's spending those stunts, going on break.
We are back in.
And Bearden's clutch roll restored power.
What a roll.
Breaking the fourth wall. Holy shit.
The timing, I guess you guys wouldn't know, but the timing on the power cut the first time was very funny, even though it was tragic.
Oh, because I came back in and I went, all right, and we're back.
We're back, and then immediately left.
It's almost like the villain is manipulating this whole universe.
And then rule of 3, but it subverted it by the lights coming back on.
Anyway, before power goes out again.
Yeah.
And we're back, bro.
All right, so I can go back to rolling for the big scary monster then. All right, so Bearden, you did it. So in lieu of the stunts, what happens basically is you throw the ball. I'm giving this to you because you got 4 successes and it was awesome. This might have taken a little longer for you to figure out, but good on you. You toss the ball towards him, and the black slimy man isn't ready for it. He kind of just lets it sail through him, and it goes through him, and he's like chocolate sauce. Like the ball just sails right through his chest. It leaves a hole which immediately just like repairs itself. The ball flies back towards the stairs, still covered with the black sludge. The ball hits the black sludge of the stairs and goes whoop, and disappears. The creature spins its head fully like it's an owl and looks back at the stairs and goes, huh. And then he spins back to you. Nice trick. And he gives you another grin.
Faye don't lie. I don't know why I figured you wouldn't either, but I had to give it a go. You wanted to play?
I get bored easily.
What is happening around this conversation right now?
People are still gunning and running.
Shooting.
Absolute
I didn't know if you stopped time. I wanted to see if there was a conversation.
No, it's definitely just a moment of where like Bearden and 69 are talking, and then
yeah, we're not in Dragon Ball Z. Come on,
you're in the eye of the storm.
Just for a moment of quiet, just for the two of you.
You're like, okay, other aliens, pause. We're having a moment, all right?
That's right. No, it's just a moment. That was your slow. That was your slow action of Bearden. You still have your fast action.
Oh, I don't know what to pick.
GTFO, man.
I also have to see them. Get up. Ooh. Yeah, retreat sounds like a idea. I'd like to blink out of here. Like
when you say out of here,
yeah. Well, that's. I'd like to blink out of here.
Yeah. Well,
blanket statement. Because I would have gotten relatively close, like within a ballpark, and able to bounce a ball and have it sail through him. So I.
Or, for clarity's sake, if I remember correctly now, I believe the doorway is now clear.
So
behind us.
True, the door is open.
Where the hallway was.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what the GM wants us to do, but I'm just pointing out a fact that is now
open now.
It is open, yes. Reminding you of the scenario. That's where the aliens came from. They pounced from that open door, but the door has remained open to the corridor. But
The stairs.
There's also stairs are black and sludgy, and your ball just disappeared into it.
Oh no, you lost your
I like
ball.
that idea. You know what? I'm going to
Go get your
assume
ball back.
Overwatch's position under the idea that he comes into play more.
You lost your. Oh, interesting. I was going to say you lost your gun, but to play.
He's getting ready to grab that ball. Want to play some dodgeball?
I'm calling an action kind of thing.
Yeah.
We're preparing
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Play little red ass.
Interesting. Okay. On to Lone. It's over to you, man.
Lone does not know what Dune is up to and is going to just let him do his thing. In turn, he is going to adjust his grip on his gun and pump that grenade launcher.
Nice. Okay.
Where to?
Oh, he's thinking just in general, honestly, but he's going to try and point it at the...
Probably not us would be a good idea.
He's going to try and point it at the Praetorian.
Okay.
The what now? I didn't understand that
The
word.
great big ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't believe it's there.
That's not
I
computing.
would like
That's
to
not
know what it
computing.
says if it screams, Nathaniel.
That's a spirit raft.
Ow, that hurt. Why would
You're
you
not
do that? You're
joking,
such a
right?
meanie. That's what it
Okay,
screams.
If I don't see it, it's not there.
Okay, so the grenade launcher is a wacky gun. Basically, what happens is you're gonna roll you're gonna roll ranged combat with a 1 bonus from the grenade. So roll the attack, right? But
Mhm.
but yeah. So I was gonna say
Oh,
Okay.
no.
okay. So
I like
of
to
course
push
you didn't hit
that.
You didn't hit anyways.
I like to push that.
Okay, add one. I don't think you can. Yeah, I don't think you can push
Can't you?
attack
No, I don't
rolls
think you can
because
push range.
Oh,
it doesn't add your stress. Yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I would like to sob gently.
So your grenade launcher sort of flies over its head and hits the wall and sort of explodes behind it.
Like my grenade launcher does, or my grenade? So the
You did-
worst of my
you
grenade
launcher.
You
launcher.
throw the grenade launcher at
You're
it.
out of
Oh my
You don't know
grenade
why
goodness.
that
ammo.
didn't work. You have no idea why that didn't
You're
work.
holding onto the grenade as the launcher flies out of your hand.
This is how they taught me to use it.
The grenade flies out of the grenade launcher, sails over the creature, and hits the wall behind it. It scatters some metal shrapnel, but it kind of bounces off its thick carapace, not enough to do any real damage.
All right.
So,
You
and that's
have
me
a
being
fast
kind, because
action.
the official rules is if a grenade misses, I'm supposed to roll for a random location. And it goes
Maybe
off
you
there.
should.
So,
Do it. Do it.
No, maybe you
roll us
should.
that random location. Maybe I'd end up
I'd
getting...
like to know what the random location is.
Yeah, either myself getting blown to bits and or them.
all right.
It's
All right.
drama, Nathaniel. Why not?
All right. Zone.
This is the hard stuff.
I'm gonna roll a d4, and I'm gonna split the room into 4.
Okay.
Zone 1 is where Abiyudun is talking with our black gooey boy.
Oh, that's the stairs.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the stairs. Zone 2 is where Lone is standing sort of in the center of the room. So that's Lone and
Okay.
Boone. Zone 3 is where your comrades are currently being nom-nommed.
Okay.
And Zone 4 is next to the door. So that's where DeMarco, Rav, and Spindell are.
Where's the big boy? Is he zone 5?
He'll be
Well,
Zone
he
4
missed.
near the door. Okay?
Oh,
Missed,
okay.
Right? So,
Zone 4 is near the door.
Okay.
But he won't be hit because he missed. So doesn't matter really what zone he's in.
Yes.
Zone 2.
Ooh.
That is Boone and Lone. Okay.
Uh-oh.
So,
About
so
Dune
what,
and Guy.
so what happens?
So you guys just take the splash damage, which is just 1. So you can either just take
Ooh.
the 1 damage from the grenade, or you can roll armor to try to soak it. You might as
Roll
well.
armor.
You should.
Hey.
There's no penalty for failing or succeeding that roll.
Yeah. Because
So-
basically grenade launchers always do 1 damage even on a miss.
Right.
So,
I see.
because it's a grenade.
Where'd my armor? There it
So
is.
then that
Nice.
is
No problem.
Okay, you both
Magic.
soak it. No damage. Nice.
That's right. We
Unfortunately,
can do this on hard mode. Don't coddle us.
Not effective in terms of actually attacking the creature alone, but everyone makes it out okay for now. You still have your fast action.
So question about the splash damage. Because the original roll missed and he
Uh-huh.
was aiming for the big boy, if the zone was that near the big boy,
Yeah.
would he have still taken the 1 damage, or would you have rolled armor for him? I'm just
I would
curious.
have rolled armor for him.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I was trying to not just open doors, but also try and get some of the equipment in this area back online. Maybe even turrets, possibly just lights.
Yes.
So I'm going to look at my gun, look at my, the ability with which I am wielding it at the moment, and say, "Fuck this for a game of soldiers," and whip out my Comtech tool and try and get back at it. Features better aiming guns, anyways.
I suppose that's sort of a use item. I guess that's a use item, which is a fast action.
That's what I'm going for.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Make a Comtech roll then.
Can do. +2 Comtech with computers.
Yep. Nice.
Nice. Yeah, you shouldn't be shooting things. You should just be fixing things.
I have a good range combat
In
roll,
lieu,
but
in
wasn't
lieu of
good for
you
this
picking
time.
in lieu of you picking a stunt, I'll let you get the lights back on.
All right.
All right. The lights come
Give
back
us
on.
that can see bonus.
The lights come back on, and the creatures, the aliens sort of instinctively reel a little bit, even though they don't really have eyes in the traditional sense. They all sense that it's gotten brighter, and they all sort of instinctively squat a little bit more towards the ground. At this point, Taylor, Foster, and Walsh are dead, and the creatures are sort of like gnawing at them and tearing bits
Dude,
off.
you're a psychic. The first thing I was going to ask on my turn
Yeah.
was how alive they are.
Yeah, not at all.
Not a
The fact they lasted 2 seconds of a round is a miracle in itself. And
I'm
also
surprised we've
torture.
lasted 2 seconds into a round.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey, I've only
don't
been
speak
awake
too
for
soon.
15 minutes, okay?
No, that's my joke.
And Dune, staring as you are at the stairs and the creature in Overwatch position, no less. So this will expend your Overwatch.
Sure.
As the lights come on, you notice that the sludge on the stairs has been rippling this whole time. You didn't notice it in the dark, but it's glistening. What does it remind you of? It reminds you of the top of a pool.
Oh my god.
Okay. And that's the result of your Overwatch. Spindell, you're up.
So I would like to, if I were to step into the corridor that's open behind me, would I still have line of sight on the 3 smaller aliens?
Yes.
All right. I would like to use my fast action to step into that hallway,
Okay.
and I would like to use my slow action to full auto fire at those 3.
Okay. Yes.
I guess
Yes,
I will aim for the one in the middle, but
If you get
You
extra
kinda-
successes, you can spread the damage. Yeah.
yeah. Where is my smart gun? Go!
I choose you.
That's a
smart
lot of
gun.
damage.
Hot damn.
It's a lot of base damage 3. You have 2 stunts
I'll
And
buy
it's an
that
armor
for
piercing.
$1.
and it's armor piercing. What would you like to use the 2 stunts for?
I believe I could just use my 2 stunts. I wish I had the full auto page pulled up. I believe I could just use my 2 stunts to do 3 damage to all of them.
Yeah, so basically you can use each success passive first to spread the damage to other targets. So basically you'll be hitting all 3 for 3 damage, I believe.
Yes, let me quickly...
I have it up. Do you want me to?
Let me very quickly read the range combat stunts. And they don't panic.
You position yourself and get to exchange your
Oh, what
initiative
are
score
their-
with your enemy? Excuse
I was about
me?
to ask, where are they in the initiative order?
They are at the end.
At the very end? Okay, forget that.
Yeah, so after, I haven't bought them, but Rav's gonna go, then it's DeMarco, then it's all the aliens.
Understood. Okay,
Oh,
so not
great.
that one.
Well, the aliens went already this round. Their turn this round was at killing your comrade.
That's why we just lost
Yeah.
3 people before we
Yeah.
could do
Your,
anything.
your
Yep.
opponent
Exactly.
falls to the ground or
Yep,
is
yep.
pushed back, for example, through an airlock.
Nice.
I'm going to
Gee.
push them back
We're
through an
not
airlock,
sensitive.
please.
I'm just going to spread it across them.
Okay, so 3 to each. Okay,
Yes.
so be patient with
Barring
me as
armor
I
rolls.
be patient with me as I roll armor 3 times. All right.
You can only roll it
So-
once a dig for all three.
At the armor piercing value, please.
Alien in the middle,
Which is up glasses.
alien on the left,
Ooh.
alien on the right.
Aw.
Boom! You love to see it, baby.
I guess he had the right idea.
Hee hee. Okay, so you managed to snag some Xeno blood
Dude,
here.
Do their acid bloods melt each other?
no,
Each
unfortunately.
drop bumps into another drop, and they both fizzle and dissolve into nothing. Yeah. That's how
Oh,
acid works.
maybe there's so much acid blood that it becomes a giant acid bubble and kills us all.
Acid is acid phobic, so it just acts like mercury and balls up and rolls away.
Cool.
Okay, over to you, Rav.
Holy shit. Okay, so I just have my slow action left,
Mhm.
based on what we agreed on. Yeah, I think I'm just going to pull out the good old grenade.
All right.
So I'm gonna point my gun at the kid blob and be
Okay.
like, "Hey kid, you already like balls? Catch!" And I fire my grenade at the kid.
Okay.
So I just hit attack, right?
Am I in splash damage range for that, Nathaniel?
You absolutely are.
If he misses, you'll be in even more trouble.
Yep.
Well, if I miss, he has to roll first. So you may or may not be in trouble.
Alright.
Okay, here we go.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Phew. Okay, so what happens here is not what I'm going to ask you to do now is, so like I said, the grenade launcher is a little bit funny of a weapon. Rather than it being like base damage is 9 or whatever, the damage is 9 dice, and each die is worth 1. So it's guaranteed 1 damage plus however many successes you get on 9 dice.
And it's D6s?
Yeah. So if you can roll 9
Okay.
dice 6 for me, please.
Also, where was Dune in relation to the kid? Because
He's like-
he tossed a ball, but then you retreated, right? Or